We just watched a video of someone getting their face sliced open by an ice skate.
Yes.
It's grim.
Yeah. She was fine though. It healed very well.
It did
It's
heal
one of the best you
well
can
with
ask
the
for.
after photo. At least it wasn't the throat.
Go on, she had knee. She suffered an injury in practice and was moved on a backboard. Had knee surgery in September of 2007.
That's a great way to start the podcast.
I'm not sure. Are you recording?
Yeah. Got to start with energy.
Oh.
Explosive. You know what I mean? You got to catch people off guard. Grab their attention straight away. And nothing grabs your attention like an ice skate to the face. So here's this mic is freezing.
Yeah, I know. I'm literally about
It's
to
fucking
hold
cold
it
in
with
here. It's ridiculous.
I know.
The cactuses, the cacti, I don't know what's hit them.
It's the cosy lives.
The cosy lives.
That's what they're calling it, isn't it? Cost of living crisis. The cosy lives.
That's not.
The damn cosy lives,
Where
innit?
have you heard that?
We do live in Essex,
The
mate.
cosy lives.
Yeah.
That's taking the piss.
Bloody
That is
cosy
taking
lives.
the absolute piss.
No, the cosy lives is taking the fucking piss.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, it is. It is. Meal deals are £4.50.
Fucking joke.
What's going on with that?
I know.
That's not normal.
£4.50, and then someone's still out there buying the Tesco's just ham. Not even, it's not got mayo, not got butter, just ham.
That's
The
what
audacity to charge £4 for that is...
that's what Jamal gets. Jamal doesn't have any sauce or anything with him, like on anything.
I know, but reduce it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's his meal deal. Literally, it's just ham, and then I'm pretty sure I've seen him get a ready salted packet of crisps and a bottle of water. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen him get
Fucking
some
hell.
boring shit. It's yeah.
That's each to their own, but I'm judging
At
you.
that point, you'd just nick it, wouldn't you?
I
You know
don't
what I mean?
Well,
I don't
I'd
think
ask
they'd
for a
stop you.
discount. I'll be honest. I'd be like, look, my life is basic enough as it is. Can you just at least make it a bit cheaper
We're
for
very
me?
meal deal-esque this week because I'm working next to a Sainsbury's.
Oh,
So-
but I lovingly made you some rolls.
Yeah, today.
Oh.
Today you made me some rolls.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've had to slog it.
Sure, you've struggled. I'm
We've
sure
gone off
you've
topic here.
struggled. Yeah, this is true. So ultimately, hi. We're both very tired and not in good moods. So
It's been it's been a long
we'll try and pull
week.
it together.
It's been a long week of just people interfering with my shit. And yeah, and you've had to deal with all the postal strikes and everything fucking up there. Yeah, ain't it great having a...
Cyber incident. You know, apparently it was like a Russian. Probably get flagged now. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't want to. I didn't want to burp into the microphone. Yeah, it's like Russian.
We fart in
they're
these things.
ransom. They're holding it ransom.
Are they still doing it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was not in the mainstream
I'm telling
media.
you, we put our energy into the wrong things, man. We should have
Not privatised Royal Mail.
gone with the coding and then become hackers and just started doing some shit.
Yeah.
It's clever. You know what I mean? It's clever.
Oh my god, we've got to run my game on XNA.
Oh, we can still do that though.
I have
Steph
to find it
did
first.
coding once upon a time, and was annoyingly, would you say, pushed out of it by misogynistic dickheads?
I was made an example of because I was the only girl, and I beat them all in the first year exam. But I also beat like the Palmer's record.
Yeah.
So I actually beat like every male.
Yeah, I've flicked through that coding book that you've got, and I don't know if anyone listening has ever dabbled in coding before. I definitely haven't. It's fucking ridiculous. When they say it's a language, it genuinely is a language. It's so mental to look at. It's so strange. It's so strange. Like we were saying, was it the other day when we was driving, and I said, to do coding, someone's had to do the coding to do the coding.
Yeah.
Like someone's had to make them numbers pop up onto a screen so you can input code.
Yeah, you're running code to run code.
Yeah, someone's had to put a code in to do that code. It's so strange. It's so weird.
Yeah, but it runs a lot of them run like on logic. Does make it easier to understand. You know, like it's like almost like saying, "Do you want tea? If yes, make tea. If no, don't make tea."
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
Because I saw
Obviously, that's an incredibly basic.
I saw a TikTok of a guy that was like a really like decent coder. And he was saying how he had this long piece of code, and it was lines and lines of code for whatever. And he was saying that it was coming up with an error. You can run it through a script or something, and it tells you if you've got an error with your code.
Run, yeah.
And it turns out that the error, he was like, normally you can pinpoint where the error's coming from, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The error,
one little thing will break the whole thing.
Yeah, the error that he had was invisible.
Mm.
It was an invisible error. And he found it, fuck knows how, but he found the error and showed it, and it was literally nothing. There was nothing there, but there was an error. So there was a hidden number or whatever in between two bits of code that was invisible.
Mental, innit?
But it was in like, so it's like say it's like whatever, like ABC space D. It was in between the space, like it was in the space, so it didn't even look like there was anything. That I just find that mental.
Yeah.
Who designed that? Who had that? Let's have an error that flags up that's invisible.
Precise.
That's mental.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That would make me pull my hair out.
Mm.
That's why they get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, but I was like, no. Well, I don't know. It was a tumultuous time.
Still got the books.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, well, yeah.
But we are
here.
living
very different lives now. Well, no, I would never have met you because I would have had just, oh, God.
No, you'd be fucking rich off doing something else because you'd be coding.
Wouldn't. I know, I didn't want to sit in a pokey office, you know?
You know, that's what Manister wanted to do.
Which? What, he wanted to sit in an office?
Yeah. When we was in school, he would always say that he wants to get a really boring office job that pays him lots of money so that he can enjoy life outside of work.
Bless.
How's that going? Now he works for me. Not with me. I want him to know he works for me. For me. He'll fucking hate that.
Well.
The Last of Us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's everyone's thoughts on The Last of Us? Not the game.
Are we going to sit here and wait for everyone to reply?
Wait for everyone in the room to reply.
Over to you.
Yeah. This is where we needed Lou sitting here. Ash texts me saying that he'll go out on cast the line out, put all his eggs in one basket, and say that, I'll get the exact text, but something along the lines that it is the best thing that he has ever seen. Now, that is a bold statement that I agree with.
I apologise, I'm drinking Coke Zero, so I might burp quite a lot.
Great.
Sorry.
Great.
Yes, it was very good so far.
I thought it was fantastic. He said, The Last of Us... Sorry for that little blip. It's because I was scrolling for something. The Last of Us might be the greatest thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
Strong
and then
words.
he said, guess who wants to play The Last of Us 1? Guess who wants to buy the remake? Genius.
Yeah.
Obviously we fucking slated that.
Yep.
I would go along with him. For fuck's sake, Mark's asked me... pretty sure even Andrew fucking asked me. There are no spoilers. If you've played, if you've played The Last of Us 1, there are no spoilers. There might be in the first episode there were slight adaptations to some scenes, but nothing story based.
Right, but this is where you get into, it's like Game of Thrones. It's written in the books. It's written in the book. Fair enough if you've played it. But even then, there is an element of, like, I know what happens, but at the same time, I kind of want to just, like, not necessarily massively remind myself, because obviously I never played Last of Us 1, but I've played, like, the first little bit, and then obviously you've told me in depth the story, I've looked up the story and whatever, and obviously have, like, know all of Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't necessarily want it refreshed right now. I'd rather watch it through as fresher a set of eyes as I possibly can. I'll have a red one, please.
Got the Maltesers next to it.
Yeah, that's a white chocolate
truffles.
one.
Well, it's fucking for me, that's why.
I know, I'm just letting you know. The dark chocolate one's grim, don't do it. Even though I quite like dark chocolate.
I don't like dark chocolate.
I know you don't. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that one, that's a red
Don't
one.
be fooled. Anyway. So, yeah, so I can appreciate, like, even if you have... 1 minute. Even if you have played it. None of us have played it recently.
Well,
so basically, just stop spoiling it for everyone.
Mark pissed me off because he was like, I haven't played the second one. It's not about the second one, dickhead. Ain't about the second one.
So I think there's 9 episodes. Well, I'm thinking it's going to stay on Last of Us part, like first one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't necessarily. I don't know. I don't want to like talk over what happens. You know what I mean?
No, but what we have is a very unique opportunity to still talk about it, but not spoil anything. Because you don't necessarily have to talk about the story because people already know the story, and if you don't know the story, we won't talk about it.
So what is it that you're worried about spoiling?
I'm not worried about spoiling anything. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can spoil anything if you've already played it.
So, you know, what I mean is, what was it you were trying to talk about when they said don't spoil it?
I was saying that people think that that you can spoil it. Like,
of course you can.
No. I mean, in terms of the story itself, I can't. It's not like Ellie's gonna die, because that's not what happened.
Spoiler.
No, but that's
spoiler alert.
No, but you know what I mean. That's
Sorry,
that's not what's gonna happen. You know the story. How they show it, yes, is hidden, and although a lot of episode 1 was scene for scene and word for word, it was fucking fantastic. There were a couple of scenes where they slightly changed stuff. I'm going to assume for cinematic value.
Probably.
But wasn't impactful on the story at all. It just makes it look better. But what I'm saying is that there's nothing that we can talk about that is going to spoil it for someone who has played the game, because because you already know, as someone who's played the game, how it pans out, and that is what they're doing. But you can spoil the way that they do certain scenes, if that makes sense.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, no one's unless you've happened to play it recently, then everyone's played that like 5 years ago tops. 5 years ago, like minimum, whatever. Years and years ago, and it's like, even watching it, I remembered what happens to Sarah, but I couldn't quite remember. Couldn't like
spoilers.
No, I didn't say anything, did I? I just said what happens to Sarah. I couldn't quite remember exactly how it happened, and then it happened. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's it.
These have but to you see what I mean? Loudest truffles ever.
I can't even hear it in the mic. Fine. Oh. Maybe I can now. Just go full hog. But you see what I mean? That's something that if I'd have played it yesterday, I'd be like, oh yeah, this happens.
So
but
you don't want me to talk about it then?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that might be why people who have played it is it the white one's good?
The white ones are fucking good.
Let me try this one. You know what it is? The temperature fucks me off. I hate cold chocolate. I think it's tasteless.
It's not cold.
It's cold in here. It's like 14 degrees in here. I'll put it down my trousers for a minute. Put it under the top.
Right.
Warm it up.
Look.
I'm not putting like in my fucking knickers, am I? I'm just
literally. I thought that. We'll save that for the OnlyFans content.
Yeah, it's the exclusive episode Saturday.
You can send that in the post.
What?
That chocolate.
Can't fucking send anything in the post as long as it's domestic, not international. Fucking Royal Mail.
I think. No, not fucking Royal Mail.
I ain't paying £8.
Don't be having a dig at the posties.
What do you mean? No.
It's not the posties' fault.
I didn't say the posties, did I? I said fucking Royal Mail.
Who are the posties?
No. They're employees of Royal Mail. I don't give a shit. And actually, I do have bones to pick with the other postman, because there's only one postman that gets it right with proof of postage, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Right,
one shit postie and one good postie.
No, there's about 4 shit ones and 1 good one, and I ain't seen her in weeks, so she's probably given up. She's probably cut her losses.
Working
anyway,
for every.
As you were. Anyway, go on.
I thought it was very good.
Yes, we've established that. So what is it? Right, okay, we'll go back about 10 minutes. What is it that you want to say?
I was just wanting to have a general discussion about it.
Yeah, and let's have a general discussion.
Well, I'm fucking trying.
Yeah, but you just said it was good. I'm trying to get it out of you what you want to talk about.
Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
Yep.
Was an hour long enough for you?
I kind of wanted to like binge them.
How do you think? So, how do you think the? Yeah, great. Yeah, how do you think the story is progressing? So we're an hour in. We're already at. Please.
Oh, is it really bad?
Yeah, please stop eating into that microphone.
It's stuck into my teeth. Sorry.
We'll pull the microphone
You normally
away
go,
from your
"Oh,
fucking mouth.
Sorry, everybody. Remember 10 minutes ago we was like, just burp into the mic. We fart into
Yeah,
them.
but burping and and slurping's different. That's better.
I've been silenced.
I haven't been fucking
Pass me a-
silent.
pass
Just
me a-
stop smacking your lips in the fucking mic. Thank you.
Can I have a white one, please?
Yes. Do you want me to leave the box here?
No, thanks.
No.
Ta.
Here you go, madam. For an hour, do you think we are pacing-wise as far as you would expect to be
Yes.
in an hour? Yeah?
Yes, because I think it adequately... It showed, it like established what's happened. I liked that... Because it's similar to the game, it kind of does get straight into it.
Yeah,
It doesn't really like
yeah.
fuck about. Yeah, I liked how quickly it kind of went into the nitty gritty, and it sort of explained Joel's situation
Yeah.
and how he'd sort of been changed by it all, without like explicitly saying, you know, you can pretty much guarantee that, you know, someone who went through what he went through
It's fucked.
is gonna be
Messed up.
cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It explains that really well. Did you see someone said, we know when he picks up the rifle off the guy when they're right towards the end. And someone was like, it's too early for him to unlock the rifle. But interestingly, did you see basically that the fungus spreads in the flour, like flour, and basically there's I don't know how true it is. I'm pretty sure it is like reputable. That Joel and Sarah could have been infected multiple times, but they weren't. So because she couldn't get the flour for the pancakes, she didn't eat the cookies because they were raisin, not chocolate, and Joel forgot the birthday cake.
It's very clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very clever. I'm the amount of articles and shit I've seen about cordyceps.
Yeah.
Is phenomenal.
What? Because it's all like refreshed, so everyone's talking about it again.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the amount of people that didn't know that that's what the infection was based upon. Which brings me to a decent question. Old Dean, who I met for the first time last week. He's you can talk into the mic.
Oh, Dan,
Obviously you don't know
I'm
who
munching.
Dean is.
I'm munching. I mustn't. Fucking terrified, chewing into the microphone.
Dean is a friend of Ash's, and he's a friend of the podcast. And I met him.
Oh, Dean,
You know-
you actually met him in person.
He works at company that shall not be named.
I know, but you didn't tell me you met him.
Yeah. He's on old Connor's team.
I'm not a fan of the white one, so we can have another
You
red
know
one.
another one.
No, it's nasty.
That's all right. What one do you want? You want a normal one?
Just a red one. Why do they have to fuck with it? Why
I
can't you just
might
leave it
have
as
a
normal
normal one. What do you mean?
Maltesers?
White ones are decent.
No, screw it.
Lindor did it.
Ugh.
They did it well. What do you mean? Ugh.
I fucking hate. How many times, mate?
Anyway, they posed a question because I arrived on where they were working amidst an argument, and the argument was: is it an infection?
Right.
Are they infected, or are you a zombie? If you get this disease,
Well,
would
you're
you?
both, aren't you? It's an infection that turns you into a zombie.
Well, they're called infected.
Oh, yeah,
aren't
but you
they?
can't. Yeah, and actually, I suppose you can't be cured. Well,
So would you? So would you? Because I would urge on the side of saying that you are infected, because, like many people now know, cordyceps is a real fungus that infects ants essentially, or any bug life that you can get hold of, slugs and all shit like that, and it essentially takes control of their nervous system, their brain. It turns them into what is effectively a zombie. It turns them into aptly named zombie ants, and then essentially eats them from the inside, and then when they die, they sprout out of the head and then release spores, and then the cycle repeats. Very intriguing fungi, and Funny enough, someone was saying, could you imagine, because obviously for humans, our core temperature is too hot for that to thrive within us. That's why that sort of fungus can't affect us.
Okay.
And it was just someone saying, wouldn't it be fucking mental if it could? Because that's how it would work. It's literally how this would work.
You'd get The Last of Us, wouldn't you?
Yeah, pretty much. And because of that, the argument thus happened over whether or not you're a zombie or you're infected. I think you're infected.
Well, yeah, but if something's munching out your insides, you're a zombie. You're
Why?
gone, aren't you? You as you were are gone.
Yeah, but
it has turned you into a zombie-like state.
Yes, but
You're fucking like munching on people
but
and
it's
killing shit.
Yeah, but it's the infection.
You're not yourself anymore. Yeah, but you're not you anymore. You don't go back.
No, but you're infected.
Yes, with something that turns you into a zombie.
I don't think it turns you into a zombie.
As a result of the infection. You've literally just said it turns ants into zombies.
Telling me a bloater is a zombie. Or when they're stuck to the fucking wall. That's not a zombie.
Oh, no, not anymore.
That's a fungus.
That's like being like, well, you're not a baby, but once you were a baby. You know what I mean? You're not an old man yet, but one day you'll be an old man.
So we can't cross this bridge together. We have to go our separate ways.
No, what, you don't think you don't think that they're in a zombie-like state? You don't think you could liken them to a zombie?
They're in a zombie-like state, but they're not a zombie, are they? They're infected. They're not a zombie.
I'm going to bring out Siri.
What?
Define zombie.
Zombie means a corpse said to be revived by witchcraft, especially in certain African and Caribbean religions.
Thank you.
Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Here we go. That is perfect.
Okay.
No? Oh. No, wait. The other one. Hang on 1 minute. Stay with me. Define zombie. But like, shush.
Zombie means.
Okay. In popular fiction. Oh,
yeah.
Shh. He's going to go again. 1 minute.
And Caribbean religions.
Okay, the next one.
Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Shut him up.
No, shush, don't tell him. No, shush. It's going to change. I'm going to screenshot it. Okay, right. A person that has been turned into a creature capable of movement but not of rational thought. That's a zombie. This says in popular fiction. A person that has been turned into a creature capable of movement but not of rational thought.
So what was the first thing that he said? Where's that from?
It's just it's just the particular
But they're both
in
conflicting
African.
then.
No.
Well, they are, because one of them's from a corpse.
Yeah, but it's also the second definition is also a cocktail consisting of several kinds of rum, liquor, and fruit juice. Everything can have more than one definition. It can also be a computer controlled by a person without the owner's knowledge and used for sending spam or other illegal and illicit activities.
They're infected.
Oh my fucking! There's no point in me saying anything because you're just gonna.
No, you think one thing and I think the other.
It is written here, a person that has been... That is what the infection does. The infection makes you into a person that has been turned into a creature capable of movement, but not of rational thought. Oy. A horde of mindless zombies. A world overrun by zombies. That is what the next thing says. So, i.e., like The Last of Us.
You're not going to be able to Google infected because it's just going to come up with infections. Don't
Define
do it.
infected.
Infected means of a person, organism, etc., affected with a disease-causing organism.
Or affected with a virus.
It's just the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I know.
Why are you getting so worked up about it?
Because I just don't want to argue.
You started the argument, you pain.
You started the conversation. You were like, is it infected or are you a zombie?
I started the
and
conversation.
I literally said at the very beginning, they're the same thing. An infection that makes you like a zombie.
I can't wait to see bloaters in The Last of Us.
Can't wait to see the inside of my eyelid when I lay down.
Yeah, that's great. I think it will be. I think they'll do a really good job with them.
It's going to be fucking grim.
It's going to be disgusting. The visuals on this are fucking great. They're really, really good. The actors and actresses are really fucking good as well.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Tess is fucking sick.
Yeah, she's cool. I feel like I've seen her in something else. She looks a little bit like Quirrell out of Harry Potter. Troll in the dungeon.
Yeah. Troll in the dungeon.
I just thought you would know.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you look forward to it every Monday.
Yeah.
Every single fucking Monday. And like I said, or like Ash said, can you imagine the amount of people that are going to want to start playing The Last of Us again?
Yeah.
There's going to be thousands of them.
Oh.
And again, like you said, smart idea. Purchase that remake. Ooh.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna.
I ain't gonna know.
No,
I'm not gonna. I stand firm on my position for that one. But a lot of people will dilly-dally around it, and I have no doubt that a lot of people will also purchase it because they'll be hyped up by this.
Maybe. Excuse my yawn. Sorry.
I think that's normally how it works.
Hmm.
Just get excited. You get
Well,
the
it
hype.
does. Like, look at the other day when we were talking about Assassin's Creed, and I fucking booted up my Xbox 360.
Yep, and Mark bought the Ezio collection.
Has you played it?
Yeah.
Any of it? Oh.
Yeah, he says he likes it.
Yeah.
He said once you get past the graphics, it's decent.
That fella's face, I can't. It was bad. It was embarrassing.
But he said that the free running and the combat and stuff like that still holds, like, it's decent. But the free running
that it's frustrating as fuck.
Yeah, but the parkour was
we
always
love.
decent. The OG parkour was always sick. That new shit is fucking...
No, what struck me about Unity is that I feel like all of the Italian ones, it's like a mamma mia and all that shit when you're running around. Sorry if that's a little bit on the nose. But that is what they do. It's very stereotypical, like
massively.
Italian phrases and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go around and you're running around France, and they're like, "All right, mate, get out of my way."
Big man's running around the fucking base of the
yes.
Eiffel Tower, and they're going, "Oi,
Renaissance
bruv,
France." Yeah. But then they'll be like,
what's that geezer up to?"
"Oh, go like, mon Dieu, it's an assassin," And it is a little bit.
Bonjour, prick.
Yeah. It's like, "Hi, I'm Francais. Watcha." I don't get it. I really don't get it.
It is stupid. It really is
Excuse me,
stupid.
mate.
I don't know if that's because of some point in the story.
Couldn't find any French people. No, I'm literally in the middle of France, like 1800s France.
I don't understand it. I don't get why they can't just have French
I don't know.
voiceovers.
Even just the accent, like,
Yeah.
well, exactly how they did it in Italy, the Italian one. They had at least I mean, unless I'm remembering it wrong, but I seem to remember a lot more.
You weren't running around Rome with Cockneys.
No.
It weren't happening.
But honestly, it is.
They had Italian accents. I don't understand why you're running around the city of France.
Yeah.
And there's just a load of common geezers.
Well, and he's hello, I'm Arno.
Yeah.
I'm doing assassiny things. You're like, what? At least have something. You did crack me up. You're there and you're like stabbing the Pope or whatever.
Yeah.
Ow! My neck. I don't really get it.
Ow! What was that mission that you was doing where that geezer kept shooting, you kept raging and dying, and then you just eventually, when he was up top and he kept shooting you, and you couldn't figure out how to get up there, and then eventually you just fucking ran up there, and then he just looked at you with his gun, and then you just went, "Juk!"
Because it wouldn't
stab in the neck.
You had to get near him. It wouldn't. That's the one thing, isn't it? It's like that they were always quite good at. It wouldn't. You'd only know if you're doing it wrong if it was like fucking impossible. It was only after a while, and you go, "Oh, I don't think I'm doing this right," because no one dies this many times. And kind of like the exact opposite of what happened with Horizon Zero Dawn. Assassin's Creed would never have let you take that shortcut and let Aloy make it to the end and just ring that thing.
Yeah.
No way. You'd get fucking minced. It's something would come out the floor or whatever.
Yeah, I took the piss.
And I'd been in this like dungeon thing, and he was going, "Hello, assassin." It is just you and I.
Constantly.
Kept doing it.
Even though you had about 5 other mobs around you. It's just you and I.
Just you and I now, assassin.
My hidden friends.
Except that guy.
And the fact that you're hiding behind a wall. He clearly can't see you.
Yeah.
It's just you and I.
At one point I was under him. He was like, It's like, babes, you don't know up here. But and then it was like making me run up to him, and I was just getting fucking battered. I couldn't. Couldn't get up there.
So angry.
And then I was hiding behind, and I was fucking absolutely shooting him with one of them. You know, that used to have like berserk darts and shit.
Yeah.
And it's whatever it's called. It's like the Phantom Blade or something.
Phantom Blade, that's the one.
Yeah. And I'm literally like getting him in the face with it, and it's like,
oh no. Yeah, I'm sitting here on the laptop.
You go.
I got my back.
I was sitting with my back to the television.
The damn colour box.
All this technology.
I'm sitting on the laptop. I've got my back facing. And all I can hear is I going, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Hello, assassin.
I'm fucking sick of it. And I turn around and she's just constantly dying and dying and dying and dying. And then, watching you. It wanted like it prompted up. It was like, maybe use the Phantom Blade. And
no, it couldn't. I couldn't.
That was it. You didn't know what you couldn't figure out what it was. And then didn't you Google it?
Yeah, no. So what happened? No, that was the mission before, and I had to follow this guy who just chopped some guy's leg off, and it was like follow him. And I always found that with though like that era of Assassin's Creed where it's like some of them. I don't know if you found this too. Some of them it'd be like tail the target. And then you would, and it'd be like, you got too close, you do synchronise, fuck off,
Yeah.
And then actually it'd be like, you're too far away, didn't want that either.
Yeah.
Or then there'd be one you'd have to listen to them, and they'd go, and anyway, here's the secret. Oh my God. You're like, no, shit.
Yeah.
And so then you go behind a wall, and you just run up this wall, and you can't get there, and it's like, desynchronise. But anyway, this one, it was kind of like, not really doing that. And it was like, use the Phantom Blade 3 times, or something like that. And I didn't know what it was. And then I haven't played the game in about 4 years. And, Googled figured it out, but then at one point I was like, oh, I'm just gonna run up, you know what I mean, like run up to the top, follow him from the top, from the rooftops, watch a little dot on the map or whatever, but it fucked it because I jumped back down and I was like, I know that's the guy, and coming up on Eagle Vision as gold, and he was just stood there, and I think it's because I'd missed a piece of dialogue that I should have heard, so he was just stood there. I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I kind of just like walked over, killed the guard that was sort of like not even really that near him, and then it just like came up, bam, you've been seen. And then anyway, it was like his I don't know who he was, his boss or whatever was the guy, hello, in his little dungeon. And
I can see you. It's just you and I.
It's just you and I, assassin. And then that was. It's
in his Cockney accent.
Shall I see if I can find it?
Fucking Paris.
Right, hang on. Let me see. You talk. I'll see if I can find it.
I just remember turning around and seeing you like clock him up top on like that little platform, and then throwing like the Phantom Blade at him, which is clearly smacking him in the face, and it just not registering. Oh, no. It's just the range isn't there. It did not want you to use that Phantom Blade. I just thought it was fucking hilarious.
Hang on, I'm nearly here. Right, hang on. See, even that, Leroy est mort. Hello, Sassy. Let me see if I can find it.
It's so poor. I don't know why they did that.
I know. Let me see if I can. I just want to get the voice in.
I just don't get why they wouldn't put in some French accents.
And you know what it was telling me to do? It was like, block off the chimneys, yeah? Just block them off. And then I blocked them off, and it was like, sewer visibility reduced. Yeah. Like, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm making it out like I'm doing some distraction. It's like, no, you're just fucking yourself.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me see if he's got it. Assassinate. Right, nearly there.
Oh, you found the playthrough bit for it.
Yeah.
They'll probably do it like smack bang perfect.
Is that too loud?
No.
Oh, wait, I don't know. Let me get. We could be sat here for ages. No, hang on.
Hello, assassin.
Oh my god! There was a secret ladder. Just run up a ladder. Stop it! That's put me over the edge. Look, he's fucking standing up. Oh no!
All the time you spent.
Yeah.
There's
he's
a
running
ladder
around a secret bit.
There's a ladder.
Fucking.
That's not very French, is it?
Oh my god! Stop it!
Who the hell are you?
He just killed him without even he didn't even say it. So French. Oh my god! I can't believe that.
Why are they just not French? Jesus pulled down a secret ladder. There would be a secret ladder.
That hurt my throat laughing at that.
That's funny.
Sake.
Who the hell are you?
Oi! Leave me alone. I can't believe that though. Let me see if this guy does it. I'm calling bullshit, man. That's not fucking secret ladders. Oh, for God's sake. Because, of course, they're all going to do it properly, aren't they? Because they're probably already played it through.
Yeah, they're not going to be running around like headless chickens blocking off the chimneys and shit. They'll just have the quickest and easiest route through.
Sabotage can be locating reach.
Like, it's alright, because no one can fucking see what you're looking at.
No, I know. That's why I wanted you to talk so I can find it, because it is...
I don't know what to talk about. I weren't the one that was playing it.
Excuse me. No, but I will continue, because I do quite like it. I can't believe it. Just watching it going, I don't remember that ladder. And then all of a sudden he's up. He didn't get a chance to talk at him for 20 minutes because he just did it how he's supposed to do.
I think the graphics look quite good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a bad game for how old it is.
Well, it's 9 years.
Mm.
Yeah, but I think we're going to get to that point where it all does. You know how they say about how like past a certain height everything looks the same. So you go up the Shard or whatever, or the London Eye, and it's all kind of looks... There's a certain point at which it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? Like above a certain height, everything just looks the same.
Mm.
Obviously, it does get further away, but there's like a sweet spot between these 2 points, whatever. And I think we're reaching a point where it can't look... Like, obviously, I know it can, in 10 years, stuff like The Quarry is going to look shit in comparison.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas at the minute, it's, like, pretty cool. I don't know, like, stuff isn't bad anymore. Do you know what I mean?
I think that...
Fucking that ladder's going to haunt me. I have to go back and replay that.
I think...
Silly cow.
You'll get to a point which... We're already there, to be fair, with Unreal Engine 5 like that.
Yeah.
That guy that is...
Well, I'm pretty sure Unity runs on Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that guy who is filming, obviously, real-life landscapes and stuff and then running it through Unreal Engine 5, and it doesn't even look any different.
Yep.
And I think you'll get to a point where games are like that, where they really are... you can't tell if they're like a fucking game or not.
But do you want that?
Yeah. It depends on the game though, because there's a TikTok account that's trying to revamp the look of what?
I can't get over it.
There's a TikTok account that's trying to revamp the look of World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, World of Warcraft it's not cartoony, but it's not. It's
like
fucking
behind,
real.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You feel like you're playing like an old game when you play the older stuff.
Yeah. And so he's or they are making it look more realistic, and although it looks good, it doesn't suit that type of game at all. It doesn't look right. It looks good, but it doesn't look like how it should be. It looks much better how it is. Like if you took Zelda and you turned Zelda into how The Last of Us looks, it wouldn't look right, because that's one of Zelda's characteristics, is the way that it looks.
Well, they do change it up.
Ratchet and Clank.
Zelda's not consistent with its game style. You know what I mean?
Visuals.
Like Phantom Hourglass looks completely different to, even like Spirit Tracks or something like that. Sometimes it's like he's like way more anime kind of looking, and then other times he's more real sort of looking. You know what I mean?
Not. Yeah, but you wouldn't go real. You know what I mean?
Yes, he doesn't. It's difficult, really. Yeah, no, I do know what you mean.
I'm not attacking Zelda.
No, I'm not saying that you are. What I mean is, like Ratchet and Clank, they always look pretty much the same.
Mm.
Whereas, I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, no, carry on with your point.
I'm just drinking my tea.
Oh, I left it up on the poor ice skater.
I think you'll get to a point where you won't be able to tell the difference with how good stuff looks. And then I think that...
So, like, he's looked like that. He's looked like that. He's looked like that.
Yeah. No.
Do you know what I mean? It's like all mega different.
Yeah. I think with the power of technology, you'll be able to enhance what it looks like. I think you'll get to a point where you can get it looking as real as possible and then enhance it a step further, and then it'll be your own eyeballs that are preventing it looking any better, because your eyes can only see what they can see. You can take that quote home with you. So you can make something look as good as you possibly can. But but your eyes are the limit. You know what I mean? If your eyes can only see in 4K, there's no point you watching something in 8K because you can't fucking see it. It's not going to look like 8K, is it? You know what I mean? It's not going to do it.
Yeah.
So I think graphically, stuff's fucking mental as it is anyway. I think it will only go further and further and further, and then it will hit a point where you can't get more real than real.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know that I would necessarily want that. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on why I feel like I'm like, about that. I don't know. Because maybe it's because I haven't had that experience. But I don't know, I quite like feeling like I'm playing a game. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you imagine you could run around.
But it depends.
I don't know. You know what it is? Something about going like, and it looking real. I just imagine like running around Basildon. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking Basildon.
Yeah, like I just think
you could have picked anywhere in the world to run around in,
right? But that's
and
what I'm saying.
Basildon.
But do you know what I mean? Like the thought of something making it real makes me think of real life, which makes me think of like Eastgate. You know what I mean?
Fucking Eastgate.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Like I don't know. It's just like where my brain goes. I don't imagine like
Savtat
running around. Yeah, but do you want it to look real? I like close to real. Money. Unite.
For the brick.
Whipped out the old Christmas Jessie J.
Fucking Jessie J. I'm saying that it depends entirely on the game. I don't want a real life looking Super Mario. It's going to look fucking weird. It's going to look odd. Whereas Resident Evil, yes, make that as real as it can fucking look. The Quarry, make it as real as it can look.
You know what? Remember we played that Erica?
Yeah. Oh.
Wasn't that like...
No.
You had like a rough input. Yeah, but there were people.
Yeah, because that was an actual... that was filmed.
Yes, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. That effect of it looking like a film... Isn't it? That's what you. If a game looks like real life, then it looks like a film, doesn't it?
Yes, but
I didn't like that. I like a bit of animation.
That was predominantly close-ups and stuff of the face and all that type. It was very.
Not when we gave her the wrong jab.
Yeah,
that wasn't a close-up of the face.
Yeah.
That was.
But I think something like Star Wars.
What do you mean? Star Wars the film?
No, the games. Like Battlefront. If you made Battlefront or Battlefield, COD, you know what I mean? Them fast-paced games.
What I mean is, like, at the moment...
Red Dead. Ooh, that would look good.
Yeah, but I feel like that looks like...
They do, they look good anyway.
It's real enough as I would like, maybe? It's difficult to say. It's like one of the ones, we'll time capsule it and talk about it in like 10 years and see where it's at.
Sims. That'd be creepy.
Yeah, but I don't want it to look like I'm like moving around someone's actual house. I kind of, you know what I mean? I like a little touch of animation. At the moment, that's how I'm feeling. And I think shit like MetaQuest and VR and whatever. I don't know.
Nice little transition over
it
to.
Is, yeah, you're welcome for that.
VR.
I don't know. I feel like that's coming. You know what I mean? It's the sort of thing that, well, it's here ultimately, but. There's still limitations and stuff. It's going to be batty.
They're going to be able to make VR in years to come look so fucking good. VR looks good now, but they're going to make shit look fucking
yeah,
real fucking decent.
And I remember like on The Sims, like 1, I think. Was it 1? I don't know. Years ago, and you could get them. It was like virtual reality headset, and it did just look like something that was never going to happen. We used to have a racing headset thing. And it was, you put it on over your eyes and had a controller in your hand. It was like a racing thing.
Mm.
That's really unlocked a memory. That's mad. And it was obviously, you know, this is talking like early 2000s. So it wasn't great. But, yeah, it just felt like it was like you'd never get to where it's at now.
Yeah, shit always does. You'd look at, the Assassin's Creed 2, Prince of Persia. You look at those graphics or Killzone. I used to always think that Killzone looked fucking incredible. Every single one I played, I was like, this is top-notch shit. I can't believe Sony have dropped Killzone. It's so upsetting because they were such good games to play. I fucking loved them, especially the online aspect. It was real decent. But you go back to them now. Ooh.
I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised by. I think I put on when I turned on the 360 and it was like, I don't know, Halo was in it, and I thought, I can't be asked to get up and put in a disc I want in, knowing that I probably wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
So I went on, like, I think I had downloaded on there Life is Strange and whatever. And I clicked on it, and you're right. It's not how I remember it looking. It's not how I remember it looking.
Is.
No.
And I think that...
It's not bad, like.
No, but I think that definitely has
great.
an effect on the nostalgia aspect of it.
You end up shitting on your own memories.
Yeah, like when I was playing Simpsons Hit and Run, I thought it looked fucking
crisp.
decent. It
Yeah,
was
that
nice.
shit was
You go back
HD.
to it now, and it's all right angles and sharp edges.
I don't know. I have the platinum one of that. We only, I don't know.
That's in Nerdbase.
Is it?
Like 20 quid.
It's in my wardrobe.
Oh. Yeah, I think VR, though, it's fucking mental.
Yeah. Has the power to go.
Steph had family down from Ireland. Thanks, Matt, for fucking up my day so I couldn't actually say goodbye to them. Really appreciate that. If you're listening, you're a prick. God, I hope he doesn't listen to this.
Maybe edit that bit out.
No, I'm leaving that in. Because it's true. He fucked up my day. Bastard. Anyway, they bought an Oculus.
Yeah, MetaQuest 2.
A MetaQuest 2. Because obviously Facebook is now Meta. Very strange. And obviously I've got the original PlayStation VR, which gets used every fucking once in a blue moon.
You whip it out every now and again.
And anyway, they bought this Oculus, and I don't really get on well with the VR, or especially I don't get on well with my one. So I wasn't hyped or excited to try the Oculus. If I'm perfectly honest, I hadn't even ever looked at the MetaQuest 2. So I didn't know anything about it. So I didn't know the fact that it's wireless, or the fact that you don't actually plug it into anything. The fact that you download all the games straight onto the headset. I didn't know how. All I knew was what the controllers look like.
Yeah.
Because obviously the PSVR 2 has essentially just copied the design features of Oculus because it's so much fucking better.
Yeah.
And oh my god, when I put this headset on, the fact that it's got no cables is mental. So you can play for about 2.5, 3 hours, full charge, and it takes about the same amount to fully charge the headset. Mental.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. I put that headset on, and the things that you didn't realise you needed, like that you was lacking on the PSVR compared to the Oculus. Even the fact that, so when you put the headset on, there's a ring around you. If you step out of that, obviously you're in whatever you're looking at. You step out of that ring, the camera's on the headset switch on, you can see everything around you. It's just in black and white and blurry. But you can see everything around you.
Yeah.
So you haven't got to take the headset off to move.
Yeah.
You ain't going to bump into shit. So, and I like that. And the controllers, they track your fingers so you can do way more shit with it. And they're just so much more comfy to hold in your hands. And the fact that...
Lighter as well.
Yeah, and the headset having no wires, the controllers ping off of the headset.
Mm-hmm.
So you can fucking move wherever you want. Wherever you want. You can set a grid out in your room. Any fucking room you want. So it knows where shit is. So you don't walk into anything. And if you go out of that zone that you've set, it comes up with a grid that starts to like flash red.
Yeah.
So you know that you're about to come outside of the zone. And it's just the fact that you aren't stuck to a TV screen.
Yeah, and actually the ability, unlike that I didn't sort of expect, it's just the ability to fucking turn around properly. Like, actually turn around. And I think, like...
That really helps with motion sickness.
When you go out on the VR, like the PSVR, when you go out of the range of the camera, it just fucking goes black.
Yeah.
So you're in the darkness in your head, and you know that you're outside of where you should be, but you don't really know where.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can turn around. It does have like tracking lights on the back, but there is a lot more like drop off.
The Oculus has elasticated headbands for the headset, which means that if you need to take the headset off quickly and easily, it's so much better than the PSVR because that shit it clicks in at the back.
Clicks in at the front.
It clicks
But
in
you
at the
know
front.
what?
It clicks in at the back. You twist it and all that shit.
I'll say that I found the PS more comfortable than the Oculus.
Yeah, but you got a big head. That's fact.
I also have a flat head as well.
You also have a flat head. You have an odd-shaped
right. It wouldn't
cranium.
do for us all to be the same, would it? It's all my knowledge.
No,
okay?
I'm not having a dig. I'm just saying.
Right, but what I'm saying is
You have a flat head.
And actually, it was interesting how it played out because, what?
Sorry, it just sounds so mean. Just saying that you got a flat head.
Yeah.
But you do.
Anyway,
Carry on.
Before we had my sister came around and we had pizza and stuff, and before the pizza came, my cousin was playing PlayStation VR and we was doing the Shark Tank with him, like the winning where you have a although he has like a deathly fear of sharks, you know. But he was championing it.
Terrified with sharks?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But what was happening was we had a shit broken wire, and where I hadn't turned the PS4 on for a while, the controller was out of charge, and the fucking thing. It kept disconnecting and then going, DualShock disconnected. Please disconnect it. It's like, fuck off, I'm not even fucking using it. It was just literally charging, but it couldn't cope. Because VR Worlds runs on just the DualShock, doesn't it?
Yeah, the controller.
So anyway, that was quite annoying. And I'm thinking, oh, what an advert for the Oculus. You know what I mean? Like, that didn't happen. Well, then was there and we had the pizza and time to, connect it to the telly. Over an hour to get that motherfucker to connect to the telly, whether it was our telly
bastard or
it was our internet or
but
whatever
the
it
telly
was.
in that downstairs is
brand
new.
I know,
like brand spanking new.
I know, but I don't think it's the best. It's not like it's a Hisense. It's not like top dog or anything.
No, but it's still brand new.
Yeah, come on.
It's not fucking low tech.
And by the time, because obviously to constantly search for a device drains the battery of anything.
Yeah.
And searching for signals, searching for connections and whatever. And by the time we actually got it connected, the headset only had about 45 minutes
left. Yeah, but even then, it weren't connected to the telly. It was connected to your cousin's fucking phone, which was then connected to the laptop.
No, it was connected. Oh, yes, you're right.
Which you then plugged in HDMI from the laptop to the telly, so you could watch it on the telly. So it was connected. It was connected to 3 devices.
I know.
To just get it on the telly.
Before that, I'd have been like, "Whoa, this is like miles ahead of the VR." And then actually, I was like, "Yo, like that's actually not what I expected."
It's annoying, but at the same time, if you're the one that's playing the VR, it doesn't inconvenience you.
No, not at all.
It's the convenience of the people that are around you.
And that's also a big difference. It's almost like a pro of not having to connect it. You want to play PSVR, then you need a fucking telly, a wide space, a room, whatever. 2 plugs.
Yeah, it's
because it has its own power system, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you obviously the PSVR.
So if you're not connected,
you have the benefit of if you wanted to and you was capable to, you could play for as long as you possibly wanted. Whereas obviously the Oculus, you have to recharge and things like that.
Yeah.
But for the amount of wires the PSVR has, fuck me, it's ridiculous. I think as a starting point for their flagship in terms of VR, really, really good.
Yeah.
But a hell of a lot to learn, and someone like Oculus have
mastered that.
Yeah, they've because the PSVR 2 really has obviously taken inspiration from all the other VR headsets that are out there that don't have wires or just have one wire. The controllers, the tracking,
like, feedback,
things like that. So obviously the PSVR 2 is massively expensive, like 600 and something quid. It's fucking a lot of money.
And what you've got to appreciate, I suppose, is that it is of its time.
The Oculus is 400.
We're at a point in time now where technology does change that rapidly. What's the PSVR, like 4 years old, 5 years old, maybe?
Yeah, it's old. It is
old. And at the time, maybe that was the best you could really get. Or like in terms of that sweet spot of, you've got to get these people to want to buy it. You can't introduce it at a super high price point because no one really knows what it is. They're not going to take that gamble.
The PSVR was never advertised as the top of the range VR headset and equipment. It was never advertised that. It was always advertised as a budget VR. It was an entry level VR. They never tried to mask it as anything else. It was always.
But it did feel premium. I thought it felt of
It felt
premium like quality.
Yeah, it felt real decent. One thing I want to pick up on the Oculus is when you put that headset on. I know it was a bit difficult for you because obviously wearing your glasses and stuff like that, it was a bit of an issue. But obviously, I can get away with not wearing mine. The fact that you didn't have to adjust it on your face. The PSVR is an absolute bastard to get it to adjust onto your eyes, moving the headset around, jigging it about just to try, and then you move it slightly to the left and it'll be completely out of focus and you've got to move it back and blah, blah. It's annoying. Whereas the Oculus, I didn't have any issues with that. And that was after multiple people had put it on their head, adjusting the strap and everything. I had absolutely no issues with how it looked. It was in focus the whole time.
Yeah. But I think what I will say for both of them, and I think possibly is the biggest issue that over thingies, everything we've just said, is the games. Like, if you think so my cousins have this game and it's like you walk the plank on the MetaQuest, and it was fucking terrifying. The first time you did it,
it really was.
I was on that plank. I'm grabbing for the plank, I'm like shitting myself. You fall and it was all crazy. Well, within minutes,
you got used to it.
Yeah. So that ain't worth the money. So what you got to do is then back up with games. And I think that's, and as like when we then.
But there are quite a few games there.
Nah, because hear me out. So after the Oculus ran out of charge, we went back to the VR because that had now charged, and Shane finished the shark thing. And then we were playing like the heist little thing and stuff like that. And I just feel like there was so much potential there that hasn't been followed up. Give me a whole game like the heist. That's what I want. But it doesn't exist. Super hot, shit. Bar fight, shit.
Yes.
Resident Evil, if you don't like Resident Evil, is shit.
Yes, but
it's good, but if you're not a fan of that game, you know what I mean? But we've had that shit for years and they have not brought out anything that you've wanted to buy or play, have they?
What, VR wise?
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm not interested in VR.
Right, but that's because there's fuck all to play. Well, no, you know what I mean? There's nothing.
Skyrim VR. It's quite a decent one.
I cannot believe you, of all people, Mr. When are they going to give up Skyrim, have just used Skyrim as an example.
No, but VR is the only time when you can get away with stuff like that. You have any real decent game that was popular and then you throw VR. Could you imagine something like Fallout VR?
Right, but it don't exist. Do you know what I mean? What is there? What is the incentive to buy that shit?
I'll get the catalogue. Oculus. Because this has been a while since we looked at the games
I had up the Oculus one the other day, and it didn't grab me, I'll be honest.
The Oculus games list. I don't want to look at that one.
I mean, like,
Beat Saber. Yeah, Beat Saber.
Right, one single game where you have to buy all the fucking songs separately.
Eve, Valkyrie, spaceships, piloting a spaceship, blowing the shit out of stuff.
But Eve, it's so complicated to play on that shit. You couldn't play it on that.
No, well you can because
No, I know, but
come on. But it wouldn't be. It's not Eve, is it? It's an adaptation like how you got the fucking what's the Star Wars one where they did the spaceships like dogfighting?
Yeah, but I don't want a pocket version of a game.
Medal of Honor. Well, unfortunately, you're going to get shit like that for VR at the moment.
That was my point.
There are very few, if any at all, games with that type of... I know exactly what you mean, where you get home, you can jump on something like Unity. I jump on something like World of Warcraft. You can always play that. You're playing that for a reason. You can sink some serious hours into the story, into the collectibles, into the things that you can do. Games on the VR...
aren't there yet?
They're not.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, that
they haven't got that down.
Oh, you're a gamer. What do you play? Oh, PS5. Oh, I'm fucking PC. Oh, I'm Xbox. Oh, I'm VR. It doesn't work. But obviously, they've come a hell of a long way from when VR first came out because there really was fuck all when it first came out. And they've got some crazy shit. Typically, a lot of horror games are like your main blockbusters when it comes to VR.
I think they're constantly trying to advertise what makes VR special.
Yeah.
But where that goes is, we got VR out the other week because we had people round and it was something novelty to do. And
eventually it won't be novelty anymore.
Well, it's like...
Not with that fucking Oculus as well. Not with how easy you can just bang it on your head and carry on.
No, but I do believe the Oculus is the same. This is what I'm talking about. What I mean is, and I know the lads, like, so the reason my cousins got it is because they stayed with their other cousins who are quite young. They're sort of like teenage boys and had one, and
yeah,
they were spending a lot of time on it. So there's that. But I'll be interested. I'll ask Michelle in like a little while what she's playing on it, because what I want to know is that longevity, the picking up when you own it, because ultimately it's like, I remember when we got the VR and you did like, you played Beat Saber a lot, you got the gun and you got the things like that, but it what I'm saying is, it's like, I feel like as cool or as pros and cons as they both are, I don't think yet that they've cracked the actual games to keep you playing it. Like right now, the other day, and I bought the sets of songs that I know the other night, and I do want to go and play them, because I found it so much more enjoyable playing songs that I know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, one of them was like £5, and the next one was like £9. And I think that should almost be like, it does piss me off. Like, you remember way back in the day with Guitar Hero, you bought the game and you just had the songs that were on it. Fucking hate that Beat Saber, they're all behind paywalls. That even on that grid now, most of them we don't own.
Yeah,
so what you're actually talking about, Beat Saber makes it well over £120 if you're going to actually own every song fucking on it.
Yeah, if you wanted it all,
takes a piss.
It's a lot of money.
That does really piss me off.
Yeah.
Because as well, had we got an Oculus, like say we do, and we have Beat Saber on it,
to buy them all
bet
again.
you fucking ask you to buy them all again.
Buy
have
them
a Beat
all
Saber
again.
account.
Yeah.
Have a Beat Saber account so that we can transfer
Have a
shit.
Beat Saber account, give me some fucking challenges, and if I get them, let me have some songs for free.
Perfect.
You can keep your fucking paywall, but reward me for doing decent at playing the game.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, yeah. And I get
That's
what you mean.
That's a failure in my eyes.
The replayability, the longevity of the games on VR, it is very difficult to crack that and to hold that. VR is never going to be my thing, if I'm honest. I can't. I loved playing the Oculus and flying around on the rocket thing. The roller coaster one did me in, and that was just me standing still. But the one where I've got rockets attached to my hands and I'm flying around fucking cities, I'm fucking scared of heights, so I was a bit scared. But you get used to it real quick. Was cool, but it's cool for how long?
Yeah.
And it does massively depend on the game. Obviously,
I think it's one to watch.
Yeah, horror games are the very easy one to deal with, because you don't have to do a lot in terms of VR to make it great.
Yeah.
Look at Resident Evil.
Fuck knows.
7. Hang on.
4. I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna sound terrible saying Resident Evil 7. I'm gonna have to Google it, because I just know Mark will be fucking killing me if I see.
Or wasn't it a name? Can't remember.
Resident Evil.
Just put PSVR.
It was 7.
Hey, nicely done.
It was 7. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Biohazard, that's it.
That on the VR, as much as I couldn't play it because I was too scared.
Maybe we should revisit
that's the
that.
type of shit that's great.
Very clever.
Because you've got that story, and the VR capability of it it's a very simple thing to do and very effective. But you take something like, I don't know, something like The Quarry.
Yeah. Fuck.
Or
imagine.
Detroit Become Human. You bang that in VR, it's a lot more difficult to do.
Yeah.
A lot more involved.
Because it can't happen to you. You can't be the character.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you can't rip your head off.
Exactly.
Or saw your arm off.
And the whole point of VR is that you are that
immersive.
person.
And that's the thing. Like, I will never forget, because it was my first experience of VR in ever, I guess, was playing Resident Evil, and it's like the bit right early on, and you're stood outside the house and you haven't gone in yet.
Yeah, behind the gates.
And I was stood there, and you're looking at the house, the tree, the wind's blowing, the leaves are falling, and there's leaves on the ground, and like the sky above you, and it was mad.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget. Like, I was like, I feel like I'm here. Probably because the breeze blowing through the fucking annex as well gave me that 4D experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is, for all its ups and downs and limitations, as we've sort of just spoken about, I think that, you know, I am excited to see where all this shit's going, because it's, you know, like Mark Zuckerberg's banging on about the metaverse and all shit like that. It's
Metaverse looks fucking awful, by the way.
well, yeah, but what I'm saying is now, fucking phone cameras used to be shit,
Yeah, no.
and now people take them out. They don't carry, like, in a lot of like photography, the world and whatever. You have your main camera and you have your like little shoot camera. Well, you don't even carry that now.
Yeah,
you just have your phone.
Yeah.
That's huge. That is huge. And you would never, even when we were children, that was so. Remember that thing from 2001?
Like
he was like, "It won't catch on."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like you say, technology is incredible at how quick it does move.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
I think it's like snowballing at the minute. It's like, well, you're fucking talking to me earlier about how they're going to bring a woolly mammoth back. You know what I mean? Like, holy
2024, they're literally
the return of the mammoth,
bringing the woolly mammoth back into the wild. They're releasing it into, well, hopefully releasing one into Serbia.
You know what I mean? Like, it's incomprehensible.
Crazy,
so what you're saying is, it's like we've gone like a full circle of extinction, where extinction becomes no longer a threat, because you're like, oh, just fucking grow it back.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
much,
Like,
yeah.
it's just beyond anything, isn't it? Crazy.
It's exciting. It's exciting, and gaming is.
In a minute, it makes us both feel seasick, but we'll get there.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? You kind of need. I'd be intrigued to do the VR where the floor moves with you, so that you can actually move around and do it properly. Because the motion sickness is your.
It's like the opposite of car sickness, isn't it?
It's your brain telling you that your body is moving, but your body's telling your brain, going, "I fucking ain't."
Yeah.
And that's why you start to feel sick, because your brain goes, "Well, I am moving," and your body's going, "We ain't.
Yeah.
We're staying still, mate."
And it's the opposite of the brain. Like, if you read, like, I'll never forget. We had to pull over because I was reading a book in the car.
Oh, killer!
Oh my god,
killer.
It came on so fast. I was like, I'm gonna die. This is the end.
I was in, was it Lanzarote or was it Fuerteventura, with my mum years ago, and I was a kid, and for some reason I started like buying anything that had the devil on it. I don't know why. I was like 10.
Okay.
Because the
view into your mind.
Devil statues out there, they were massive. I think one of the volcanoes was like the devil's lair or whatever it's fucking called. Okay. So naturally they pick on that, and yeah, like little metal devil statues.
So you were like a tourist trap
and shit like that. Yeah. So I was all over it. So I was fucking having devils left, right, and centre.
Single-handedly upholding the tourism industry of Fuerteventura.
And I remember we were driving up one of these volcanoes, and I was reading a book in the back. Can't remember the book. I think it was just like a little fucking joke book or something like that. It was a kid's book. And I got a migraine.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believed I was being punished by a bigger being because I had started buying all these devil things.
You were smoked.
Yeah, God had.
I will smite you
God
down.
was smiting me down because I'd bought all these devil statues. When really it was just me getting horrendously car sick and then getting a migraine because of it. I didn't pick up any devil statues after that. I remember sitting in the back of the car dying, and I was like, "No more devils." No more devils.
I repent.
I've flown too close to the sun.
I can just imagine you.
Yeah. And then I went to a market after that and picked up some cheap pants.
Getting all statues of Jesus and stuff.
Yeah.
Please, Lord.
Prayer beads and all that type of shit. Fucking hell.
You went up to that volcano a sinner.
Yeah.
Came down and healed, man.
Bear in mind, you know what I'm like with migraines. She still dragged my ass up that volcano.
I can believe that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking walk. I put hands and knees up that volcano. I was like 10 with my little devil. I'm coming, Satan.
You should have like really dramatically like thrown it into the volcano. I feel like that would have like migraine instantly gone.
Frodo! Throw it now! Take some piss in it. Fucking hell. Should we leave it there?
Yeah. Oh wait, I feel like hang on a minute.
What?
I just need to quickly find something. Bear with me.
Great.
No, hang on. It's coming.
www.patreon.com/what's the buttons if you'd like to join our Patreon and listen to other shit. Or is this Jessie J? You can't play the whole song.
Playing you out. Hang on.
It's so stupid.
Uru.
Oh yeah. See you later. Uru.